I'm Chris Cassius, they call me 6 Bricks. You feel me? The goat face killer, the Moscato mascot, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas act tough, my niggas act up. I promise he ain't getting back up. If I catch his ass, call him back up. My big homie really towing something that'll hit a nigga like a Mack truck. I really tell your bitch back up. Shorty might as well give it to me. I beat that pussy so she give it to me. You just eat that pussy, boy, you still a rookie. She pop a pill, now it's hella gushy. Then I pass the bitch to my brothers. I don't love her, I just fuck her. Fiending for the dick, that's a crack pipe. Heard they talking shit, better act right. They'll catch him at a red light and light it up like some headlights. He young and made, he a tough bitch, but we ain't who you want smoke.
Of course I got plans for Valentine's Day, man.
What are they?
Of course. We probably gonna go to dinner, the usual. Might, sprinkle a little rose petals around the room while she not looking. Light a couple candles. Pop me a gas station pill, Yeah, man. Yo, why niggas crazy?
Cause I've been there.
Niggas said, yeah, it should be hard the whole weekend. The wind blow, you might bust a nut.
Okay.
We gonna edit this? Why? Nigga thought I wanted to edit it. Why are we editing this? This is supposed to be fun here. Like, what's going on?
Yo.
First date probably was like to the movies and Fridays or something like that, like on some young shit. Like, yeah, I really think it was like, yeah.
You remember the movie you went to go see?
Hell no, I probably ain't watch it. Yo!
What is that? Good Valentine's Day for you.
I mean, it got a little crazy. But, we was kids, things like that happened, The worst date I ever been on, it was with this one girl that I went to high school with, for real. And it was just like the chemistry wasn't right. Like she was fine, you feel me? Like I liked her at the time, but like it just like we wasn't clicking for real. Like the conversation wasn't there. Like we wasn't on the same wasn't on the same type of time for real. That's how. See, I got a lot of songs about love for real. So I'm really not sure what my favorite is, but I'm pretty sure the people's favorite is a song titled Girls from Venus.
What would you like to talk about, Girls from Venus?
Sure. Let's do it. Yo, Sid, would you like to talk?
Go ahead, take a sip.
Yes, sir. Oh man.
Maybe explain the title.
The title of Girls from Venus came from a brand that my ex-girlfriend has. She has a clothing line called Girls from Venus. We came up with the idea, we came up with the title, like kind of together. We kind of like pitched ideas. Well, she came to me pitching ideas because she already wanted to start a brand for real. So, that was the end product, like Girls from Venus. First heartbreak was like 9th grade, like typical shit, you know what I'm saying? It was this girl, Kaya, I think, at the time. Was that? I think it was, yeah. But, long story short, he was led astray. I was a young, dumb boy. I'm gonna say boy, I wasn't a man yet. But yeah, we've all been heartbroken.
You good?
I'm great. This is going well. What do you think?
Funny as shit.
This is going well.
Yeah. My interview one had the most views. Easily. Easily. After they hear that intro question and my response, oh, it's a wrap. The Wildest DM?
Yes.
It probably was my dick the whole time. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't put my dick in a DM before, I ain't even gonna lie. But it wasn't on no like I just sent it type shit. Like the conversation led to that happening. It wasn't. I'm not that type of nigga. I'm not no creep like the girl. Like when girls be on social media like, can y'all not send me dick pics, phone numbers, and I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? It was a reason. You know what I mean? It got there and it was mutual. You know what I'm saying? But that's probably the wildest thing I put it in. Pop-ups, you know, threats, emails. You ever got them text messages where they be long and then when you get to the bottom, it got the little arrow, so you click the joint and then it get longer? I get them. I get calls from other people's phones. I done had girls pop up at my house. I think one of my exes had went in my phone and set her phone to where as though like my location was always on her phone, but it wasn't the normal way. Like when you share your location with somebody, it was some weird like shit. But you know, I think it was something through like my iCloud or something she did. But yeah, now that might be the craziest. Cause I'm like, no, I'm not here, and I'm there, and she knew I was there. But yeah. Looking for love is me expressing how I deal with like paranoias about certain things, from you know love to just life period, and it's just basically me saying that how can I say it, like I don't want nobody to get too attached to me and what I got going on for real, because I feel like I'll never know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like what the hell did I say? I said, you looking for love? Baby, I've been feeling like I'm dying. You wanna be us? I ain't feeling nothing but I'm trying. Can give you quality time when I'm running out of time. So, like, you know, it's just I got like a natural, like, I feel like the clock always ticking. You know what I'm saying? So, I just be trying to get as much done as I can. And when you feel like that, it's hard to like give somebody a certain level of emotion that they looking for. You know what I'm saying? Because you worried about so many other things. Boy band stems from the idea of when Wayne said, I got so much style, I'm a group. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that personally. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to directly, like, I couldn't just directly tie it to what he said. I had to make it my own for real. But I had said before, you probably could like go do the extra search joint on my social media. I have called myself a boy band before for real, because I feel like I do a lot with like different sounds and like different content and like different styles of rap. And yeah, so my project Boy Band is not a rumor. It is a serious thing and it's being put together now. And it's basically me trying to make everything mesh. You know what I'm saying? Because I tend to divide the sounds into separate projects. So it's really just me learning over time what people gravitate toward when I put it out, and trying to capitalize on the different pieces that people like, you know what I'm saying, when I put music out. Because I don't think none of them really be sounding all the same. So it's basically me just trying to bring all of them parts into one and make it one project. So yeah, that's Boy Band. I ain't saying what's on it. I ain't saying who producing it. I ain't saying who featured on it. I ain't gonna tell you what the cover look like. I ain't gonna tell you what color it is, but you probably should know that. Any more questions? One thing I learned in this relationship in particular was love take a lot of patience and love take a lot of maturity. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just growing pains, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta be willing to deal with certain things, certain flaws people may have, and you gotta understand that some flaws may be permanent and some flaws are just temporary. You know what I mean? So when you chalk everything up, and you gotta assess if it's something that you can deal with, if it's something you willing to work through for real. It's like Melo wasting his time in New York with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Is you really willing to grind that out until everything come back together? Or is you know what I mean, you just here for the meantime? Because I feel like we tend to like put a label on stuff, you know what I mean? And we don't really be fully invested in what we labeling that situation. So what you find yourself doing is just being in a relationship and you just in the moment, you know what I mean? Versus really trying to like build something serious. So you feel me? Like me and my girl, we talk about all kinds of stuff. We talk about like generational wealth and breaking generational curses, and you know what I mean. Like we research, you know what I mean, like our like lineage for real, as far as our peoples and like how far it go back and where they from, and like it's a lot of shit that go on in my relationship that people don't know. You know what I'm saying? People have seen the ugly, but you know,
we also see the beauty.
Yeah, for sure. But even still, it's not like the whole thing, because you'll never understand if it's not, you know, what you doing. So you feel me? My advice to people in their relationships is to not be worried about, you know what I mean, public perception, and always understand what's going on in your situation, not be worried about how people view your situation. Competition, I'm trying to rap. Like, that's my girl, but we rapping. Like, so I ain't half-stepping and she not half-stepping either. So, you know, that's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Rap is always competitive, but I don't think me and her approach it that way. We just be trying to make the best music we can make together, really.
So it's never been no shit talking?
And it's like in studio when we record?
Yeah.
No.
2 days later, after the song finished.
No, hell no. We never had that type of conversation for real. Like, we really just be focused, like I said, like we really just be focused on how good the song is in itself and what it's lacking and what it need more of maybe, but we don't never really sit there and have a conversation of who out rap who. So, you know, it may happen one day, but it hasn't happened yet.
So if she was sitting right here, would she say the same exact thing you just said? Or would she say, no, I'll rap it?
No, she don't even do, to my knowledge, and you know what I mean, like she don't even have that conversation. I tell people all the time, be like, yeah, she rap better than me. Like I always say that, like when I introduce her to people or something like that. But she don't never, yeah, because she, to her, like in her eyes, like she feel that, in her eyes, the way she's expressed it, like I just rap really good. Like I rap really good. So she don't never like compare the two. So I'm not gonna sit here and say what she would and what she wouldn't say. But I know, like, you know, from the times we have had them minor conversations with another person or something like that, she don't never express it that way. And it's almost as if she think I rap better than her, but genuinely I feel like she really ain't even tapped into some certain things for real. So I think, you know, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, but she really gonna be fine. And I just want to say, you know, I got a project called Boy Band. It's in the works. I'm not going to give you a date because I'm just working on it, so bear with me, taking my time. I'm going to get that shit right. I want to thank the demo tape for having me on here. Working title for being in the building, and my niggas, I fuck with them. Shout out to Haz and my nigga Quan, and you know, everybody else in the background and shit like that. And since this is for Valentine's Day, I just want to say, you know, happy Valentine's to my girlfriend. I love her a lot.